6 reasons why Chinese are buying Australian baby formula. In 2008, the world was shocked to hear that Chinese infant formula contained traces of melamine. The contaminated product resulted in the deaths of 6 babies in China and another 300,000 suffering from ill effects after consuming the product. Since that time, the demand for foreign baby formula, and increasingly that from Australia, has increased in ever-breaking numbers. Here are some reasons why. Number 1. Supply and demand. There are around 300,000 babies in a given year in Australia and over 20 million in China. The market is there for the Australian companies producing baby formula or other similar products to benefit greatly from this ever-increasing market. The Chinese population in Australia is doing its best to cash in on the popularity of this essential product for the safe development of each baby through its early stages of life. Chinese students that go to Australia to study are buying up infant or baby formula and selling it or sending it back to China, sometimes at a huge profit. Several supermarkets and retail warehouses have had to introduce limits on how many tins each customer can buy, as stocks are often depleted as soon as they become available, leaving limited supplies for local residents. The profits available over the past few years have escalated. In 2013, a pack of formula costing $25 would be sold on for around $55. At the present time, the same size pack of formula could sell for over $100. Number 2. Australian baby formula is a product to be trusted. Since the 2008 health scare surrounding Chinese baby formula, trust, or trusting the product, has been an issue in China relating to its own market in this industry. For many low-income families, buying foreign product is not an option, and they must continue to run the risk of another new health scare. For middle-income families, using Australian baby formula is a preferred option due to the high standards of production, packing, and storage, making it a safe product and ultimately one to be trusted. Number 3. Other incidents of infected baby products. After the publicity of the melamine poisoning and the deliberate action to contaminate the milk, some of those found to be responsible were given death sentences by courts in China. During the same year, traces of melamine were also found in U.S. infant formula. The 3 companies were responsible for up to 99% of that market within the United States. The amount of melamine found in the American cases were much lower than the levels found in China, but it was still enough to damage the reputations of the leading companies of baby formula in the U.S. Canadian health authorities conducted their own tests and found minimal traces of melamine in its own range of baby and infant formula. The recorded levels were below the limit for action to be taken, but enough to raise concern. Number 4. Product recalls and controversy. The Syntax Corporation was found responsible for the deaths of 2 babies in the USA in 1985 and ordered to pay $27 million in compensation. The product, called Neomol soy, was also said to be responsible for the deaths after they both suffered brain damage. Syntax had been the subject of a previous product recall after their baby formula was found to have insufficient amounts of chloride required to support the development and normal growth of babies into infants. More recent cases include a German company that sold an inferior product in Israel that caused several deficiencies of essential vitamins in babies. Some babies that consumed the formula had to be hospitalized with severe cardiac and neurological problems. 3 babies died, and another 20 were left with severe disabilities. The formula was found to have a much lower amount of thiamine than is required for the healthy development of infants due to an error in the manufacturing process. The company's chief food technology expert was subsequently jailed for 30 months for negligent manslaughter. A small common beetle was found in Similac infant formula sold in the USA and some Caribbean countries, resulting in a recall of over 5 million sold items. Number 5. Locally bought formula is inferior. All of the above cases or incidents show the lack of faith or trust in buying baby formula from even some of the biggest multinational companies. The baby formula produced in China is cheaper, but is of an inferior quality, so trust is once again an issue. With no major incidents or health scares affecting Australian companies or manufacturers, they are in the forefront to take advantage of this market and increase their sales within China. Number 6. Buy in bulk, ship overseas. While there have been a few instances of customers stopped from buying in bulk and selling baby formula to China, there are many more making profit from this latest scheme. The parents in China that are snapping up the Australian baby formula are happy to receive their products a few days after purchase. You only have to look online at sites such as eBay or WeChat to see how popular it is.